promise to do. I give my heart to you. Because always when I'm with I don't care where we are tonight. We'll dance on sidewalks under city lights. We both know we'll be okay. Just like an ocean and it's tight. Pull me in and keep me by your side. We both know we'll find our way. I swear it's true. I belong with you. Promise, I promise to do. I give my heart to you. Because always when I'm with you. We stayed at your place, it was Friday night. I caught that feeling looking in your eyes, like I've known you a million years. And I have visions of your hand in mine, growing older, spending all the time. That's all I ever need, I swear. I swear it's true. I belong with you. Promise, I promise to do. I give my heart to you. Because always when I'm with you. And I don't care where we are tonight. We'll dance on sidewalks under city lights. We both know we'll be okay. Just like an ocean and it's tight. Pull me in and keep me by your side. We both know we'll find our way. I swear it's true. I belong with you. Promise, I promise to do. I give my heart to you. Because home is when I'm with you. Because home is when I'm with you. I don't wanna know where I might be without you. Verse out crying all alone in the bathroom. I just wanna be by your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you. 'Cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. You got my heart. You got my heart. You got my heart. You got my heart.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Unexpected Victory second match here in the ESEA Intermediate League. I am your play-by-play on the day, Johnny Esports. I am joined by Wes Rambo. How you doing, my dude?
Dude, so good to be back. We are back in ESEA, back in the UV1 home stream. We got our own UV1 Twitch channel now going on. I mean, I guess they've had that the whole time, but it's nice to be back, dude. Hearing you say, all right, really hyped me up, I'm not going to lie.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's kind of funny. I realized, and I'm curious if anyone watching noticed, I actually didn't mute my mic to start the stream. So if I said anything, oops. But either way, hopefully everyone is just as hyped as you are, my dude. I'm glad to have you back. Match number 1 was a banger you missed out on. Unfortunate the reschedule made it so you couldn't have been there, but it was an insane match. They were down 10-5. They come right back, forced to overtime, win it in overtime, and they did it starting on CT. Their CT side was poor, which we're not used to seeing, and then they came back on the T side, which again, that's something that has been maybe a little bit opposite of the story we've maybe experienced UV1 in the past. But now, maybe a little bit of the new look Unexpected Victory with a new player, Zalek, who played super, super great in their last game. Maybe that's just like, a different change of pace for the team. But that was one map. Of course, hard to make great... take too much from one map.
Sure.
But from what I'm seeing, they could be pretty hyped. And now that they're in intermediate as opposed to open, I don't think there's going to be any easy matches like maybe they experienced in the Open League a few times. But at least it's good to see that their first challenge they passed.
JPM in chat disagrees with you. He says easy dub tonight. And we'll see if JPM or Johnny are the ones who come out on top there. But yeah, what's really cool to me is that we've got an entire season of knowledge and experience about about Unexpected Victory to talk about, and even like you say with Zalek.
He said he doesn't have a preference, but I said, okay, well, I'm going to go with Zalek for then try to stay consistent with that.
Zalek it is. Yeah, and Zalek coming in, a new player, but the rest of the core, the rest of that team is still here. Some of those players that we've grown with all through the league and who just impressed us so much last year, or last season, pardon me. And, now we get to see, we get to use that breadth of knowledge to even get deeper into the analysis of kind of how Unexpected Victory play as a team, how they adapt to different teams that they face up against, and what kind of situations they want to put themselves in, and how do they get to those situations, right? We've got obviously these returning players, the likes of Deimos, Goldie, Eglet, really solid players doing amazing stuff last season. And but what was the story, the sort of the narrative that we had last season was the team getting together as a cohesive unit, starting to play together, tightening up those skirmishes, peeking together, making sure they had their hits on point, making sure they got different maps in their map pool, and they were able to do it. They accomplished something really impressive last season, and now they have earned this spot in the intermediate league and earned their chance to play against some of these upper echelon teams here in ESEA. So I'm really excited to see what everyone brings to the table this season.
Yeah, and I hope they kind of continue their growth trajectory that we kind of saw from last season, where at the beginning they just seemed like a solid team, and I was kind of excited, but then watching them improve game to game was actually something that got me even more excited, because it was oh wow, what we saw on day one, that's not their ceiling, that's not close to their ceiling, and we get glimpses of that and different people stepping up and them keep getting better and better, and so it's hey, so now can they do this here in intermediate? Maybe look don't want to look too far in the future, but maybe look at improving to the point where they're in advanced and going higher from there, because that would be insanely awesome to have been there from the beginning with this team. Even though I'm not coaching them or anything, I'm not even putting any of the work to them getting better, but I could be along for the ride anyway. That's pretty cool to me.
You can't help but be a fan, at least.
Yeah.
Seeing all this, and I like how you mentioned the different sides are definitely coming into play. We did see at the beginning of the season, we got a bunch of fraggers together. Obviously, they're going to be fine on CT side, but as the season progressed, T sides became more and more of a strength for them, and more of sort of an ace in the hole for them that they could pull out even if they struggled in the first half. We saw in particular on certain maps that they were just able to get this crazy win streak going on T sides with calculated aggression and overwhelming whatever kind of site defense they were facing up against. So that's just a perfect kind of microcosm of what we're talking about with the team progression and seeing them grow. And we've got a whole other season of even stiffer competition, which is exactly the type of thing they need to get even better.
Yeah, and the player we're looking at on the screen right now in Deimos is one that I'm particularly excited about. Originally kind of just the coach on the team, was kind of there to help some young kids learn how to play this game, and then was thrust in a position where he needed to start playing in, and he played really well. But he brings a lot of veteran status, a lot of LAN experience and stuff to this team, and can definitely take this team kind of to that next level. He's been to that next level. He's been to advanced and played in that too. So it's pretty cool to see how that's going to kind of affect him stepping into the IGL role now with the recent vacancy there. He comes in and he just steps into that spot. And of course, since he was the coach, it's perfectly fine as we are jumping into the knife round right now. So it's just very, very exciting to see. And we're back on Train, which rest in peace, Train, by the way, on competitive there. But we at least still get to get it over here on ESEA. Looks like, so I'm excited.
This.
Yeah, savor this
match on
moment.
Train. We might not be seeing that much, but and another thing to shout out before it all starts is to say that another thing that got me so excited about the playoffs is that all through watching the playoffs, the best teams, I don't know if I ever saw a player on any other team who I thought, this player is better than Vampy. I think that Vampy is an amazing individual player. So much weight on his shoulders, and he just carries it with such grace. It is really, really impressive what this guy did in sort of the star fragger role of the team. And, having him come over, have that whole, that entire season of experience with this team to help set him up and work with him as that, top fragger on the team. I'm really excited to see what Vampy brings to the table this season individually.
And a little bit, this might be a little bit of a bounce back game for him too. He actually kind of struggled a little bit in the last game, at at least score-wise.
It happens.
And yeah, and it happens. But every time I kind of like, I don't want to say I wouldn't go as far as say that I've called out Vampy, but every time you've like noted some lower level expectation play. Oh, Damus with the 1 teak. He gets traded right back right away. As Scout, we watch here picking off Egglet. He's always come back and played strong. Anyway, he's just so consistent that when he has an off performance, he's right back into it right away. So look forward to seeing how he gets there. As we're watching 1 Scout over here picking off 2 more. Only Zalek left now for UV1. It's now suddenly a 1v4, and Zalek is trying to get it done. He takes down 1, but STL will finish it off, and it'll be a pistol round win here for K Gaming.
A nice hold there by 1 Scout. UV1 maybe trying to just test the waters a little bit. Not a very coordinated hit by them, but nice individual play there by 1 Scout on the train. And they do pick up those SMGs and FAMASs here. UV1 with the Deagles. Round 2 Deagles, just like always.
Yeah, getting it up there to the Deagles. Hopefully it kind of works out for them there, as they had a very, very good start for K Gaming. But there's a bunch of nades hitting out Deimos, but Deimos hits another 1 Deag. So, yeah, that just works out for him.
Keep it consistent, baby. Deimos finding the heads. And, yeah, now these SMGs not looking so great if you're having to play them at long range like that. But Deimos did take a bunch of damage, and they don't have any utility whatsoever. So all they need to do is try and find these picks, maybe get a plant somehow.
Yeah, that would be the ideal. If they can, at the very least, get the plant. A lot of the times you see if you're after losing the pistol round, you're on the T side, you'll just rush the side, get a plant, because it's relatively easier to kind of just get there first. But they were slowed down by that nade stack, as you saw, and that was a good call from K Gaming to basically, stop that thing that everyone does, kind of, and that second round there. But here's Vampy again, just showing up. Yeah, clicking heads. 2 people doing that so far here for an unexpected victory. So they are suddenly up 5-3 here, when they definitely did not spend a whole lot of money here. But Jonas does take down Goldie in the end. But Vampy and Egglet make quick work of another couple of them. So only STL is the last one to survive here. He's coming through connector. Can potentially meet up with Deimos right here. Will get the better of Deimos from that angle.
Remember, still no armor on any UV1 members, so STL could do some damage here. But yeah, look at this. STL's kind of being forced to save the FAMAS here with full A-site control. And UV1, they just win that round with pure aim.
Yeah. And sometimes that's what it takes. It's kind of interesting. I casted a Counter-Strike tournament a weekend ago, and there were some advanced teams and stuff, and I was like, man, I wish UV1 was in this one. But as we're watching STL here, take down Egglet, just because... Ooh, does he survive here? 1 second. Flash coming through. He's trying to survive with this FAMAS, but Vampy will take him down. And we'll get the FAMAS for himself, too, as well. So Vampy's now off to a decent start in this game. But anyway, I was trying to say, so there's some there were some advanced teams in there, and some really, really high-level teams. But I would have been very interested to just see how UV1 would have fragged in that tournament, just because they could certainly frag with best of them. So that's definitely the one thing you have looking forward to with UV1, is their ability to do that. And they showed that there in that last round there, winning it out with Deagles.
They took every single gun away from K Gaming, who bought up there. So even as 1 Scout does find a pick off the top, UV1 are doing great in the eco department, even after losing the pistol round. Really nice start there for Vampy and Deimos in particular, opening up with those Deags.
Yeah, it definitely helps. And watching 1 Scout throw out a molly near Pop Dog here. But looks like they are going to hit towards the B side. Bono is over here to meet them. So is STL. Flash is coming through. Goldie ready to enter the site. We'll meet up with Scout right away and take him down. Great frag there by Gold. Gets one started off. Egglet will pick up another one. Deimos about to plant bomb. Decides, nah, I'm just going to kill this guy instead. Eventually gets taken out by Jonas. But Vampy there to take down Atlanta. So Jonas is the last one surviving here for K Gaming. They actually did get that bomb plant down, excuse me. Goldie sitting here on Cat. Vampy finding Deimos. And hey, yeah, like I said, Vampy just ready to bounce back, it looks like already. He's 5-1.
Oh, yeah. Jonas got a nice little gift there. Fully blind scout shot through the smoke to at least take 1 down. But yeah, they had the superior weaponry there. You saw light armor with pistols for K Gaming. Unexpected victory, winning that kind of no armor deagle save really broke them, and you can see they're having to save here. UV1 almost sure to go up to 3-1, and on the T side of Train, just stacking up 3 rounds off the pop is really good, but we got a rush coming in here.
Oh, yeah, they're all stacked here, but Goldie's going to take down 2. Good for that. Vappy now looking to contribute to that as well. Does a little bit of damage, but somehow still alive. Switches to the Deagle. Takes down 1 more. Deimos takes down another. Actually, Vampy ended up going down to Deimos, unfortunately, there, technically. But either way, another round win for UV1. They're taking 3 in a row.
Deimos is like, I got the angle, man. You got to get out of the way or else I'm going to shoot you. And he does it. They take him down. Nice job dealing with that rush there. I like the idea from K-Gaming. I always like to see something like that in a round you're almost certain to lose anyway. But Goldie and Vampy and Deimos deal with it just fine. So UV1, and you can see K-Gaming not even able to buy here. Just going for pistols and armor.
Oh, Atlanta walking up, just picking off Eglet's face, able to grab that AK from them too as well. But here's Zalek with the op. He's going to find one. Deimos also took down Atlanta in that process. Zalek's going to look for another one. Jonas and Scout take down a couple too, though. So it's still a 2v2, but better weaponry on UV1. But that being said, this is a pretty good round for K-Gaming considering they went for like a quasi-buy.
Yeah, Zalek actually kind of bailing them out here, getting them into the 2v2, and they aren't really able to recover any weapons on K-Gaming, so still UV1 with a pretty significant advantage here, but it's definitely doable. I like what I'm seeing from Zalek, though. That was crisp. That's not, you know, those zoomer flicks. He is methodical so far from those couple shots I just saw. He's in danger from Pop.
Yeah, someone potentially can come over there. Here's STL. Will they get the better of Zalek under there? But Zalek backs off basically just in time. Looks like going through Ivy now is Goldie, so they're going to make their way around here. But they've got 40 seconds left to do it. Do they opt to save their weaponry against the Eco? It would be an Eco win for K-Gaming. And right now, that like just with 30 seconds left, it almost seems like it's a plan, but no, here we go. They're finally starting to walk up now.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to go for a save here, but they are leaving it down to the wire. The thing is, if you look at where they're at, they are going to get a plant more or less for free here, especially because they're doing the right thing playing off each other. Jonas has to do a lot with this SMG and 30 HP.
They hear the bomb plant happening. Jonas has made their way through connector, has STL right behind them.
Getting out of sight pretty much secures the round. With the 2 long-range rifles here up against this kind of weaponry and no utility, K-Gaming have to pull off a miracle to win this.
Yeah, it would be pretty crazy if they did. They are trying to hunt him down. Zalek is going to end up finding STL, so that leaves Jonas by himself. Zalek comes around the corner trying to find that shot. Looking to see if they back up here into this one. Goldie, though, is right there to apply some pressure and take him down. Good teamwork there. Zalek again with the 3K, able to kind of salvage around, but that being said, again, for K-Gaming, you'll kind of take how decently that round went for them.
Yeah, and even in the ending rounds, you do, like, that's what you got to do is gamble on a site and play together. Luckily, UV1 sort of sell that fake by not making any noise, and they stick with A, going around to Ivy instead. So a nice little bit of mind games there, but UV1 with the superior weaponry. Like I said, you secure the round if you get the plant and then get off the site. It's just so hard to clear everything. So UV1 go up 4-1. We got a gun round coming in.
Goldie playing in and playing aggressive right in the middle of the site already. Bono is right there to meet him. Bono will take him down, but they'll just pick up another one. Eglet and Deimos will grab 3 more, leaving suddenly STL by himself against 4. Vampy right on top of him, but of course the smoke makes him not be able to see him. He actually jumps over him technically. Didn't know he was there, but still somehow turned around and took him down. Vampy a little lucky to get that one, but we take those. UV went up 5-1.
I thought he was going for the knife or something, but I love that idea to jump over his head like that. Just a Harlem Globetrotters style play there, dancing around the remaining player. So UV1 get a clean round and 5-1. You can see that was, by the way, K-Gaming invested into that for double ops, and so they are broke again. The Nova, the only significant gun picked up here for K-Gaming on Atlanta there. We'll see where it goes with that. Another rush here.
Oh yeah, they're 5-stacking over here. They made their way through Ivy. Do they meet up with Eglet, who is right there to fight with them? Eglet taking the firefight with Jonas, ends up winning that one. Takes off the head in the end. They're now backing off from here, but there is another. Where are you looking away from the flash, actually. Then it turns back in there. Able to find that one down, but he's taken up by the next one. One Scout and Bono team up for a few there. Now we're back to a 2v2, but they are making their way over towards this B site and should be able to get this plant pretty easily.
Once again, it is a 2v2, but getting the plant, and Deimos will have time to get back into the ladder if he wants. Doesn't decide to go for it, but still, UV1 have a huge advantage here with the bomb planted and all this utility remaining on Deimos.
Definitely, they're starting to make their way through B ramp. Here is one scout, but pretty dangerous spot. There goes the flash. Here comes the execute onto site. Vampy will get taken down by Bono. Here comes the defuse. Looking to stop that is Deimos. Throws out the molly to slow him down, but one scout finds the shot necessary. But is this enough time for him? Bono is getting burnt up there, but he still lives with 4 HP.
No kit.
No kit?
That is as close as it gets,
Oh, my
Johnny. And one
goodness.
scout with heroics to try to find that, but wow, Deimos just did enough with the molly.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I did not expect it to go that way.
No, what a wild end to that round there. K Gaming, again, didn't buy up too much on that round, curiously, too, since the double up round, they got absolutely smoked. Their ecos have been pretty good so far for K Gaming. Yeah. So it's just been UV1 barely up to close it out, but that being said, 6-1 lead. Sometimes the score is all that necessarily matters, but this is a good opportunity here for K Gaming to get back into one. They get the double op set up once again. So let's see if UV1 go at it. What I've kind of noticed so far, again, only half a map now and the map before I noticed, kind of the New York UV1 might be a shade bit more aggressive than they've been in the past. They tend to play even the T side pretty passive and just kind of waiting a long time for picks. It looks like they're really willing to go at them and get at there. And we saw that be part of the reason they made their huge comeback in the last game, and right now it's what's established their big lead here. But there's Atlanta opening it up with that op shot. Deimos will at least answer that back and taking down Jonas. Goldie goes down to about 17, but not before helping Eglet take out Atlanta. Here's Bono finding one on top of the yellow train. Get that one down as Bono and then Scout pick up a couple more for themselves. We look like we're still getting the plant here. Eglet sitting on top of this one will be right beside STL and then take them down. One scout down to 1 HP. Bono down to 23 there. One scout is gone now. So it's just Bono and it's just no one. Deimos, 3K on that round, 2K for Eglet. UV1 wins 7 in a row.
Aggression, just as you say it, Johnny. They push hard out of Pop Dog, and Jonas gets caught completely off guard with a nade in his hand. That's what opened up the site, because K Gaming kind of had a bit of a stack going on. They had 3 players there, and still, UV1 just removes one from the equation. Even after getting open from the op early on in the round, they still managed to get control of the site, or at least enough control for a plant. So, the aggression totally paying off for UV1 in that instance.
Definitely working out again, forcing K Gaming onto another kind of deco here. They're, of course, on max loss bonus by now, but even still, got to save up a little more cash. If they want to do stuff like double op setups, they are expensive. Here's Vampy making his way on top of Cat here. He can take one down there, looking for the next one. Up in connector, doing a little bit of chip damage to them, but Jonas ends up taking Vampy. Yeah, but Deimos and Goldie simultaneously taking out a couple. Deimos taking out one more, eliminating STL. So Jonas now by themselves. Whew, get taken down once again. UV1 coming fast, coming at him. Up 8-1.
Deimos, he misses the smoke, and he says, well, I'm not going to miss the shots then. Finds 2 really nice headshots over top of the trains, and that brings the UV1 up to 8-1. And K Gaming, they've got a very unusual sort of rhythm of play. They often are sort of, well, they're pretty passive on the defense, and then suddenly when it gets to the mid-round, they start making really decisive plays with 2 or 3 players at a time. UV1 are dealing with it just fine, though. Even with a couple of kind of risky rounds, or a couple of rounds that went close, they still have not managed to get any purchase here on this side.
Ooh, Deimos. Quick hit onto the site once again. They're just taking them down one by one. Here's Goldie looking at Jonas, taking him out 2. STL, last one standing against 5.
Yeah, STL, no chance here.
Nice nade. He's going to walk through the smoke. Vampy, though, gets taken down. They'll kind of rush him one at a time. It works out in the end. Zalek is able to take him out with that P250. 9-1 lead now for UV1.
I love that. Yeah, they are just running in one at a time. All right, you next. Okay, you go next. The other thing I gotta mention here is we're definitely seeing a bit of a skill differential. K Gaming have got some nice fraggers. They got some people who can hit some shots, but UV1, all of them seem to be just more complete players individually, as well as obviously having all this time. I think that, maybe the first few matches, or when at UV1 ended up going up against teams that were just that aren't quite as experienced with each other, UV1 are definitely going to end up having the edge over a lot of these early games in the season because of just their cohesion that they've already built and their individual skill, which, you by playing in a competitive setting, you don't just improve yourself as a team, you improve yourself as a player in competitive play, which is a different skill than playing just matchmaking and, trying to get those frags, right? It's a very different skill when you've got to pay attention to the comms, these types of things. UV1 are really good at that at this point. Yeah,
and one of the biggest credits you can give to UV1 is that when they check the boxes against teams that they are just clearly better than that. There haven't been many losses I can think of last season where it's like, oh, they lost to a team that they just had no business to do, or gave too many rounds to a team they had no business losing to. They kind of just like will definitely come out and play to a certain level of consistency that leads like this against teams that they feel strongly against. Vampy looks like they take down one scout over there. Damos taking out another, as Vector seems obsessed to look at STL.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. Taking out one more. Egglet taking another. Sorry, folks, I don't have an observer, and sometimes I'm doing multiple things at once, so I trust Auto Director every once in a while. And
there wasn't much happening in that round, so fair enough, Auto Director. We'll forgive you this time.
Yeah, we'll forgive you this time. 10-1 lead, though, for UV1, as they've got into a commanding lead here. And once again, one of the stories about UV1 has been slow starts. Clearly not the case in this game. And I think Zalek made an interesting point during their interview I had with him last week when they were talking about, well, they were playing scared to start. And they're not playing scared in this one. They just came out punching right off the hop. Trade here. Bono taking out Goldie. Egglet taking down Bono, but 4v4 still puts them onto the site on A here. Zalek with a nice spray. Takes down two great sprays. As Zalek waits for the next one and picks off another. Zalek going insano mode in this one. 3K there. Meanwhile, Egglet picked up 2 as well. Not to be forgotten over there. 4 members in double-digit frags here, only in round 13 right now for UV1. They are all playing great together.
So the challenge of defending A site on train is exactly the 2 entrances, right? T-Con plus Pop Dog, those 2 front entrances. And if you play in certain positions, you kind of have to just gamble that somebody's not going to be at both. Damos finds a pick. And this time, they were just all distracted. Zalek had free real estate on the 2 players at first, and a nice peek around to the other side.
Jonas here with the CZ is going to be able to pick up a couple. CZ for people from the line of the free, but Goldie's going to throw in a smoke and start walking up. Zalek now making his way through Pop Dog. He got him on site, but one scout is going to be able to pick up one with the Deagle there. And then Jonas pips up another one with the CZ there. But Zalek, last one standing, will eventually go down. STL end the 11 in a row one for unexpected victory. They finally take one. It's now 11-2.
Yeah, they end the streak. UV1 finally going down, and who knew it would be to Pistols, just the way they won their first round with just a couple of deagles. Nice job by Jonas. They're getting into good positions, catching them off guard with that CZ, and being able to just, wreak havoc, kind of make them not know where he was. K Gaming have another buy, obviously. They go with a single op this time. Looks like that's maybe all they want.
Oh, Vampy just going right in there. But, however, at the same time, Alana and Yoda, they pick up a couple for themselves. Alana here with the op is down to 11 HP, but we'll grab down another one from Damos. Vampy eventually gets around to taking down Alana, and here's Goldie meeting up with Jonas by the green train, able to take him down. And they got to pick the bomb back up, but it's still 2v2 as we watch STL and Bono made their way through connector. Bono, in fact, all the way in the middle of the site. Gonna find Goldie and take him down first, but trade here. So 1v1 situation. Vampy down to 19 HP. STL's got a great angle on him.
No way he checks this. Yeah, Vampy might just stay and wait him out. And if STL gets antsy, it could happen. But if Vampy walks up, he's a goner for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely a super rough position, but Vampy somehow does it anyway.
So he just had enough patience. It was almost, the timing was just milliseconds there because they were both starting to slow peek, and Vampy just gets the flick onto the head, man. Oh my god.
Well then.
What a round.
Yeah, that was definitely Damos getting it done. UV1 trying to speed run today, considering how long the last game went.
Right.
Maybe are on their way here. They're in the last round of this half. Let's see if they make it 13. Atlanta, though, opens it up, taking down Egglet there. Well, they got a pretty decent opera there. Bono taking down another one. Vampy canceling, going into Pop Dog and piecing out of that situation.
Sees the one kill. Nope, never mind. Backing off here. Damos dropping a gun. Get that off the...
Yeah.
Trying
Oh,
to get that
trying to
AK
get
off
it.
the map. He's like, hey, what are you still
Get out
doing
of here. That's funny.
Up the
How
off.
sad would it have been if Atlanta caught him while Damos was trying to
I
throw a
know,
gun
I
off the
know,
map?
yeah. It's just like, come on, get... Oh, man. Mark's Brothers stuff
Yeah.
out here in on train. And yeah, UV1 in a commanding position here, you know, like... CT side is supposed to be the easy one on train.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, especially kind of at this level. So,
Oh.
This time it's Goldie missing a smoke. Doesn't need to be tightened up a bit, but
Nice
shots
shot,
are hitting.
Damos. Yeah, definitely. They're still getting those. They're still getting the bomb plant off here. So 3v2 here for the retake. This Molly should do a little bit of work here now, but FTL got himself around. Will take down Goldie. They actually got in front of that Molly by quite a bit, so that's going to be that. The smoke coming down here, but here's a Molly from Damos trying to cause a lot of havoc here, but Jonas will eventually take them down. They will get this bomb defused. They'll win their third round, and UV1 will still be up 12-3.
12-3. So yeah, you know, K Gaming at least get a couple back at the end, but the story of this game is just UV1 dominance here. They've been able to kind of outfight them at every turn and sort of pretty much every aspect here. They've won an eco. They keep winning those aim duels. They keep out rotating them. And the only thing you've got to worry about a little bit for unexpected victory is that quite a few of those rounds really did come down to the wire. They came down to a 2v2 or a 2v1. You got to worry about that a bit because you'd rather that not happen. But at the same time, that's something UV1 has always been so good at, is 2v2 situations, 3v2 situations. And, you know, even someone like Revelite was somebody who really captained the ship in those sorts of situations. But it wasn't all him. There definitely is a lot of ability all across this team in terms of sorting out mid-round situations, making the right calls. We've already seen it in this game, and we know that these players can do it.
Yeah, definitely. And again, K Gaming had some really good ecos in their round. It was actually like they had more trouble when they had like proper rifles and utility and stuff. So not sure what that's about. Maybe that's just a little bit of like something random. Might not actually be something real, but here we go. Egglet starting off the round here, getting that shot with the USP up there in heaven. We watch STL come and grab another one, but here's Zalek picking off 3 more. No, only gets to 2, but almost did it there. Got one scout down pretty darn low. Bono here trying to take down one more. Will find that one. Damos does take down one scout, so it's 2v1 now. Bono, they got the bomb planted. Goldie here trying to take him out so they can start this defuse, but is Bono going to buy enough time, though? Eventually, Goldie finds the headshot. This will be a defuse pistol round win for UV1.
Yeah, you know, Bono played as well as he could, but with... Goldie continuing to encroach on that E-box there. There's only so many angles you can take around that thing, and UV1 go up to 13, so 3 more rounds to go for, and you can see Goldie's way down there on the scoreboard, and it's just because he hasn't had to pop off that much. You know, his team's doing the work around him, and he's just playing the support, making sure he gets that utility out. Goldie's a really, really good support player and role player in the team, and you know he just has those pop-off games occasionally. So
yeah,
to worry about that.
Even this game, I could. There was a few moments where when he needed to be challenged, he definitely lived up to it. Vampy starts off this round, gets traded down, but Zalek will take down one scout. Here we go, Zalek down with another one. We saw STL get a take down there, and Zalek now all of a sudden has 3K in this one. And Jonas, last one left, he gets taken down. 4K, Zalek, the new guy on the team, definitely fitting in.
That just felt like bullying from Zalek. He's just sat there behind not very much cover and just kind of turns. Oh, another player on my screen. I'll click that and I'll go for that one. They just cannot answer him at all. And, I like what Vampy did there, going really aggressive, coming up behind them with the SMG. That already puts kind of the fear of God into you. You're like, okay, so they could be around any corner at this point. Who knows where they could come from? They walk out, not checking their angles, not with their crosshairs quite in the right place. And if you're going to try that against Zalek, it doesn't seem like you're going to get very far. He just takes them all down. 4 kills there for the round.
Yeah, even on the CT side, UV1 continuing the aggression, kind of just knowing they can basically flex on this team is what it seems to seem like. But either way, I'm excited to see UV1 continue this style throughout the season. Because again, it's just a shade more aggressive than we've seen in the past. Not that they were like an extremely passive team or whatever, but like they don't go after it round after round after round like you were seeing in this game so far. And yeah, even on the CT side, they're stepping up to aggressive position. You have Goldie all the way up here in Ivy, and like it's not just the difference of one player. Suddenly, everyone is everyone is just playing more aggressive.
Oh,
even though there's that nade's great. Halves Atlanta's health, Scout down to 63 as well. Tons of chip damage put down there. So Goldie getting right up in there, hitting a bunch of people in there. Vampy will take down STL. As Vampy went all the way to T-spawn and was able to find a shot there.
Yeah, the slow march down towards Ivy from the T's, all with pistols in hand.
Oh, nice shot there from
Goldie
Atlanta.
gets taken out. Nice shot there.
Yeah, definitely able to get that one there. Going to pick up that AUG for that. Sorry, not FAMAS for that. As we watch Atlanta trying to walk in first here. Will run into Deimos. Eglet also took down another. Deimos taking down Jonas. One Scout, though, will at least trade that away, but One Scout's by himself. Eglet, we watch here, get the last frag. They're on map point. It's 15-3. The only thing that's sad about this going super, super fast, we were just talking about how, like, we might not see a lot of train in the future. Like, right now it's still in the rotation here, obviously, but it might eventually go away because it's not in the regular competitive rotation, or people will pick it less because it's blah, 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 blah. Well, we're not going to see much of train today if UV1
I told
enters
everybody
right away.
to savor it, and UV1 said,
nah. We're really good at this map.
Interested.
It's like,
we're gonna munch this one down. We're gonna finish this one off and get to dessert real quick.
Yeah.
Atlanta gets a nice pick from the off. This is the first gun round of the half. But UV1 are already on match point, so it really doesn't feel like K Gaming are gonna get much back into this. Say like on the op, and yeah, it is. We love to see train, and UV1 is excellent on train. But we're not going to see it for much longer, so, may as well bang out some teams on it while you can.
Yeah.
And, UV1 have got more on their map pool.
Yeah, they definitely...
Well, the question is here, are we going to see Ancient then? Is that coming into the
I remember looking this up recently, and I forget immediately. Zalek picking up
maybe someone in
a lot
chat
of there.
can remind us.
Yeah, I looked it up, and I just didn't retain that into my long-term memory. Goldie picking up another one, takes down one Scout. We're watching Zalek here, potentially going to get another here from Jonas, who just calmly waits, takes him down, but STL finally taking down the Opera, but STL's by himself, and now he's gone, and we're done on train, folks. UV1, absolute dominant performance, win this one 16-3.
Complete control for UV1. This is not going to be their most difficult match of the season, that's for sure. K Gaming had some nice ideas and some good players, but it's like taking a bunch of really good. It felt like taking a bunch of really good kind of pickup basketball players and putting them up against a really good college team. Like it's just not going to happen. You do not have the same discipline. And UV1, like I like to see them, not screwing around too much. Like that discipline really helped them last season, and they're keeping it going. They always said it in interviews. We always could tell from them that they have their eyes trained on one goal and one goal only. Sure, it's fun to play Counter-Strike. It's all good. Let's have some fun. But the goal is to win, and that everything we do will be in service of that goal. And UV1 are just, they're continuing to hold to that, and it's really encouraging.
Yeah, definitely Deimos. Oh, sorry. Yeah, definitely that was a great play. Sorry, I'm thinking about two things at the same time. Yeah, it's definitely huge. Like I said, just taking out a team that you're better than, and just like you said, discipline to just play everything right the way you're supposed to. Looks awesome. And reason I said Deimos' name was because I brought him in for an interview. How you doing, Deimos?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, my dude. We just watched you completely dismantle a team. How did that feel?
That was fun.
Short and sweet. And yeah. Hey, man, it's nice to talk to you again. I haven't been back here for a little while, but you're starting a new season. You got Zalek on the team coming in to fill that fifth spot. What are your thoughts on how the team is shaping up so far, based on like how things went last season? I know maybe Johnny asked you a similar question to this last time, but I want to know, how are you feeling about the team and the intermediate league this season?
I feel really good about the team and about how we'll be able to do an IM this season. I think we're on a quick road to a playoff spot, I'd say.
Yeah, man. By judging by this performance, definitely likely going to be the case. So, we have our, analysis. We can use the eye test, but are you kind of planning to go for a slightly different strategy than was employed last season? Are we going to see some shifts in the tactics you use, or are you kind of sticking with mostly the same playbook?
No, I mean, I kind of tend to run things a little bit differently than they were being run last season.
Sure.
So you will see probably a lot stronger T sides come out
Hmm.
of us. And
Nice.
hopefully, the biggest issue we have right now is our CT sides, and hopefully we can improve on that as we get working. But I'm definitely really excited to keep playing with Zalek. He's probably too good to be playing at IM right now, but we got him, so pretty happy
Yeah,
with
don't
that.
we don't ask too many questions, right? We just go with it. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, Zalek definitely impressed us already, but you're the one who top fragged, man, and or at least you were last when I most recently checked that scoreboard. So even though you are IGLing now, as I understand, um, are you still taking it upon yourself to try to be a main fragger on the team, or are you going to try to sort of play some more supportive roles?
No, I hate fragging. No,
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I have definitely have a role that I try to make sure I can play, and everyone tries to play their role within the team so we can win the most rounds. I mean,
Hmm.
it's just all we're trying to do, and
Mhm.
I try to, frag, and there's times where I don't frag and I just die out in the open, and it is what it is, right?
That's what it is. Well, today was certainly not one of those times where we tied it open. 123.95 ADR for you, my dude. 23 and 4 for a 2.56 KD. You were certainly statistically really, really shining. And of course, we just watched you actually do it. So it was definitely really impressive. So yeah, we certainly have noticed like maybe a little more aggressive style, which has been which has played fruit. Last week of the comeback, it seemed like it was little bit like how UV1 was traditionally playing, a little more timid, a little bit there. And then you guys turned up the pace and then came back and won that one. And this one, you were just full pace from the very, very beginning. It was nice to see, my dude.
Well, yeah, thanks, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So that will end it for the day, I think. Damos, thanks for joining us here. It's good to get your insight, especially hearing how your not necessarily completely changing the direction of the team, because the direction of the team was going upwards anyway. But still, even seeing it going upwards and still wanting to improve on that, it's really cool to hear from you, my dude. And keep it up.
Yeah, thanks. I will say one other thing is another benefit of having Zalek on the team is we're able to blend a lot of advanced strat book things together.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
one of those outer rushes that we did, that was straight Zalek, like, and it
Nice,
worked great, right? So
Yeah.
really happy with the way things are going.
Nice. I'm
awesome.
excited to see, how that plays in more. I like the way you're talking about it. Seems like there could be a real kind of diversity of strategy coming through. So very excited to see it. And it's good to watch you guys play again, man.
Yeah, it was good playing. I like it when you guys cast. I look forward to rewatching it later.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Take care, eh?
Cheers.
Later, man.
Well, that was a quick night for us, I suppose.
Yeah.
Wes, thanks for coming back on the stream. It's nice to have you. Almost wish it was a closer game, just so we could have
Yeah,
just hung
yeah.
out longer
So
in
we
this
could
one.
hang out a little bit longer. I know. Yeah. Hey, we'll take a night off. I'm sure we'll have some close ones
For
coming up.
sure.
Although Damos did seem pretty damn confident about UV1's chances of getting through to a good spot in playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
judging by the way we were there looking so far, it's hard to argue with it.
Yeah, this is another team that was good enough to make it to this division, right? So I was gonna say that maybe not
Yep.
might not be any freebies anymore, and that one. Well, it looked as close to a freebie as maybe we're gonna get throughout this whole season. Next game on the schedule is on the 12th, folks. That's the Wednesday. I haven't asked if you could make it out. I'm just gonna put you on the
It's
spot.
the
Do
day
you
I'm
think?
getting my vaccine, but I should be fine.
Okay, cool. So we'll pencil you in here, Wes, and hopefully we'll get you
there we go.
back out there. They play against Kachowski and hopefully keep their undefeated start to this season going.
All right.
Wes, could you please plug whatever you would like to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, sure. You can follow me on social media at WJRambo, WJRAMBO, and you can follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/JSRAMBO, JS Rambo. I'm going to be trying to stream a little bit more stuff on there and making some announcements about developments in the future that I've got coming up with more casting. So thanks everybody for following.
Yeah, awesome. And for myself, I'm of course at Johnny Esports on everything: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Now I'm a boomer that's joining TikTok now because that's what's happening. So everyone, check me out on all of those. Of course, follow UV1 here on the Twitch as well as their Twitter at UV1_esports. That's it for me, folks. We will see you all next time.
No thrills, no thrills for me. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. Study all this panic in my mind. Promise, I swear I've been doing fine. No, I'm not alone and feeling like no thrills, no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. In my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. Oh, oh, No thrills, no thrills for me. No thrills, no thrills for me. Take all your banners, they say paint them white and promise you will wave them when the sky is falling down. We mind the manners, not our heads, but if we're honest, all our flags are miles behind us on